Visibly, these teachers have a very special place in your heart from the way you talk about them, from the way you interact with them. They are not the only sector. It's like their favorite moment. How do you react to this observation?
In every family, no matter how much you try to treat the children equally, there are some that you need to pay special attention to. And especially in this archdiocesan family, the teachers have gone through a lot of difficulties in terms of hard working conditions, in terms of remuneration, and in terms of job satisfaction. And because of that, I'm giving them a very special attention. And you would also realize that there is no sector in this archdiocese which has more workers than teachers, not even the priests. And therefore, they are the greatest partners of the bishop with evangelization, in the work of evangelization. And therefore, I give them a lot of importance because they are those who help me to sow the seed of the gospel in the children and to make sure that that seed is nurtured and brought up. So that is why I give the teachers a special attention. But it doesn't mean that the others are forgotten.
When I did a brief calculation of how much goes to the teachers a month, I realized that it should be over 50 million. It's never been easy, and they're having it regularly. You have turned things around. What is your magic?
I think the only magic about administration is that you should be disciplined, especially disciplined with resources. It costs at least 56 million every month to pay the teachers of the Archdiocese of Bamenda. And if you calculate that for 1 year, you will realize how much we put out for the teachers. One of the reasons this is moving on is because we focus on them and we make sure that whatever small money we collect from the school, we plow them back to the salaries of the teachers. And that's why you can see them happy like this, because there's no teacher who can tell you that they have not been paid at the end of June. All the teachers, no matter how small we pay them regularly. And that is the secret of just being disciplined with the money you collect from the schools.
Your Grace infrastructure to us also witnessed a drastic change, improvements. So is it still from the little you collect?
You have our 5-year strategic plan. And in that 5-year strategic plan, we have schools, presbyteries, and other infrastructure that we want to improve. So it's not just schools that are improving. We are building new parish houses. We are building new churches. We are trying to buy new equipment for various organizations within the diocese. And this is because we think that we must fulfill our strategic plan. And once we have put those things in our strategic plan, then now I sit down with my collaborators and we calculate how to realize those things in our strategic plan. So strategic plan is the answer.
Your Grace, some people are of the opinion, you're Christians, that the retirement home projects and the St. Blaise projects, one came after the other. The St. Blaise project came after the retired home, but the St. Blaise is going faster than the retirement home.
No, I don't know. It's not, because those who say that have not visited it. The retired priest home is going very fast, and it's not up to 1 year we started that project. It has been roofed. The problem is that the house is big. It has 24 apartments, and to build 24 apartments is not bread and butter. And what we are trying to do now is finish part of the building so that the retired priest can go in while we finish the rest gradually. St. Blaise is going fast according to the money that was given. And that is why I think discipline, I keep repeating it, discipline is important. I cannot shift money from St. Blaise to priest home, nor can I shift money from priest home to St. Blaise. Every project gets its own money, and we don't shift that money. We put the money for which it was given. And that is the secret of any development.
Your Grace, in your homily of today, you still focus very much on peace. And critics, especially on social media, have been of the opinion that there can be no justice without peace.
It is ignorance. I've explained this over and over. Peace is a culture that is cultivated. Peace is a state of mind. And if you don't cultivate that culture, it will become very difficult for you to have peace, even if you have justice. I'll give you a small example, which I was giving to some men. You can have 3 oranges to be given to 3 people. That is justice. You give those 3 oranges to 3 people, you have done justice. But if you don't take away greed, you don't have the culture of peace, the man who has 1 will want to have 2 and leave the other man with nothing. That is what brings war. It's not just injustice. Injustice always exists because of the human weakness, the human frailness. We have to be fighting to balance injustice till the day we die. Jesus came and he made a society that was unjust. He left it 2,000 years ago, and the injustice is still existing. If we say that there will be no peace without justice, the world should prepare itself for permanent lack of peace. What should happen is that people should grow less and less to defend their ego, and people should learn to reduce their greed. Once they learn to respect others and be able to give others their due, there will be peace. And when you talk about this justice, and people are going around talking about justice, violence will not bring justice. I gave you the example of South Sudan. There are many more people that have been killed in South Sudan after independence than before independence. But they were fighting, when we get our independence, we'll be free, we'll be just. No, the human mind is what is important. The human conscience has to be formed, and the human mind has to be rid of greed. Once that greed is not taken away, every man wants to have more than the other. There will never be peace.
Yes, Sir Grace, in your last decision that you signed before traveling to Rome, you created many other schools, secondary schools, and you also created Awa and Bezekov. Why the name Awa and Bezekov? Secondly, do you want to train your own teachers, or are you short of teachers?
Yes. The first point is that these 2 people, Awa Bezekov, our 2 founding bishops of this ecclesiastical province, they are the icon of teachers' discipline. They were products of the teacher training college in Bambui, and that discipline of the teacher training college remained in them all through their episcopal and priestly career. And I found that they were very, very much interested in forming teachers. So that's why I named the school Awa Vedzikov, to incarnate these icons in this school so that they can follow their example and be able to get the school going. Secondly, I lack teachers, and I lack teachers worthy of the name, because since most of the teacher training colleges were abolished, you get teachers now who come from secondary schools or from some private teacher training colleges who cannot even write down lesson notes, and but yet you need them. So my decision is that while we're improving infrastructure, we should also improve the quality of our teachers. And the way to improve the quality of our teachers is to train our own teachers, and those who are already in the service, give them in-service training. Because this category of teachers we want to train, those who have O-level will do 3 years for grade 1. Those who have A-levels will do 1 year. And we have some who have done some other higher studies, they will do 9 months. So we have them in different grades. So at every time you have 3 sets of teachers being trained.
What mechanism will you put in place to ensure that your teachers do not move? Because this year, the year that has just ended, most of the Catholic school teachers, even one of the headmasters, left.
I don't mind them moving. Okay. This is the point. I don't mind them moving. I would keep training and let them be moving. Because if I get 2 Catholic teachers into the government system, something will change there. This is what I'm saying. It doesn't bother me. They must not stay with me. I'm training them to get employed into the society and impact our Cameroonian children. It doesn't matter to me where. So if they go to government because they find it better there, all the better. They will impact that society with the Catholic teaching that they have brought from our teacher training colleges.